Mansfield. Let's run. This old dude sees me. Dumb old Texas. I've literally spent more time in here turning the wrenches than I have enjoying it. I think we need to make a temporary halt and change that. I'd love to do a full-on adventure, but no one's got time for that right now. So if you can't go on a full adventure, what can you do? Well, the only thing down from that I know is to go on a ride. What if there was something in between an adventure and a ride? And that's when it came to me, a day trip, a dual sport day trip. Just what we need to break up the monotony of wrenching in here and go have some fun. But what exactly is a dual sport day trip? This is something I just came up with, I don't know. House, something to see, some roads to ride, a place to go to, back to the house, all before dinner. I want to be able to do the trip, get home in one day. So that means we need to try to find things locally that we can go do. And I think I've come up with a pretty good little loop. I've stuck it in the GPS. It's time to just shut up and go ride the bike a little bit, get it a little dirty, put some scratches on it, have some fun. Parts will be waiting here when I get home. So how are we gonna set up the bike? Tires are always kind of tricky, right? Some people say when you're doing dual sporting kind of things, you should get the most aggressive tire you can get. It's barely DOT approved. Closest thing you can get to a full-on off-road tire. However, half of this trip or maybe more is gonna be on pavement. And those tires, while they're nice, they're gonna get absolutely chewed up out there. They're also a bit sketchy. If you've ever had to brake hard or with knobbies on the street, they can be a little funny times. So no, honestly, the tires that came on the bike will probably do just fine. They're a dual sport style tire. They actually get pretty good grip. I've had this thing fairly well leaned over, fairly good on the street. They do fairly good on the dirt. They don't excel really well at either one, but that's what a dual sport tire is supposed to do. The gearing that comes on this bike is pretty well good setup for kind of a mix of everything, so we're gonna keep that. One thing we will wanna use though on this trip is our recently installed GPS. Go check out the last video if you wanna see the install of this thing. Just because it's not an overnight trip doesn't mean we might not need to bring some stuff with us. So I'm gonna bring a few things with me. That's why we got a little bag on the back hooked to a rack here. The bag is from Nelson Rig and the rack is from T-Rex Racing. Also has this cool handle. You can't see it, don't worry about that. What am I gonna bring though? Spare tube, this is a front universal toolkit. A grease gun in case I need to grease things. Small hat to keep the sun off my head. Some food in case I get hungry. I suppose a first aid kit wouldn't be a bad idea either. I don't need a ton of stuff, just things to get me through the day. If something I really forget, I'll find a little convenience store something along the way. We'll make it work out and it should be a good time. I'm gonna go get some rest and first thing in the morning I'm gonna go hit up and we're gonna see what we can do. Yeah. Fun start to the day. I went and got gas and the thing wouldn't let go of it and appeared at the tire department and used their hose. Cute. Oh, well, good morning. It was a fun start with the gas thing not wanting to shut off. I was letting go and it was like, uh-oh. I had to like get my finger there and pull it and then it was, yeah. I told the attendant, I was like, hey, you got like a hose or anything? The pump is busted up out there. I was like, all right, you just keep doing you, man. Like the guy at the tire department had a hose for me I could use. Let's not dwell on that. We're out here, the sun is shining. I needed to do this for me. I needed to just get out there and do some riding. I feel like I was just sitting at the house like working and getting tired and doing all this stuff and I was getting grumpy. Like I feel myself, I was getting the grumps. This idea popped in my head just a couple days ago and I was like, you know what? We're gonna do it. I just gotta make one other quick video slapping the rack and the GPS on here and God, even that video, man, nobody editing, it won't look this way. I was just having silly things in that video. I was just being clumsy and all work and no play, make Jake something. I'm gonna sit back here, put some jams on my Bluetooth and just kind of chill for a bit because I got a good bit of this. Here it is. Carpenter Bluff's bridge. Check it out. Welcome to Oklahoma. Oh, let's go over here to the main bridge first. This is the main bridge you're supposed to come across if you're, you know, in a four-wheel vehicle. This is graceful. Oh, look, someone left a redneck swing out there, a little rope swing, so you can go into the creek there and break your neck. Oh, lots of very appropriate drawings on there. Anyway, that's the bridge, but this is the old Carpenter Bluffs bridge, and I guess apparently the deal is the part that I was just on, I believe, is the old railroad tracks. They concreted them over at one point, which I suppose is like fine. It's just a one-car bridge. I mean, if it was meant to hold a train, I mean, it's fairly rusty looking, but the thing also looks like it's built like an absolute just tank. Then what's sort of sketchy there is I guess at one point it's probably maintained it was halfway decent, but this is like a footbridge or something next to it someone built. I mean, I guess it's on one of the big, they made some like rail that holds it, but it's a bit sketchy, isn't it? Really not sure where this actually goes. I'm just, I'm exploring right now. Oh, look at this little hill. Whee, little hill climb. I think we could traverse back up that. Going down, I'm not worried about. Now, how sandy is this sand? Woo! I'm gonna see if I can walk out onto this sand here just a little bit. I know the wind is very windy. And that is your Red River dividing Texas and America. No, I'm just kidding, it's Oklahoma. Pretty epic looking. Calls for a turkey sandwich. Well, that was good. Filled me up on some turkey sandwich. This is all very, very loose sand. Good place to have lunch. Now I must drive up this treacherousness. Let's go this way. It looks slightly easier, and it is loose. I'm not. If I had the momentum there, I would have tried that, but it's a little hard to keep momentum up. Good Lord. I got half a tank left. I'm gonna run up to a gas station up here in town. I'm gonna get back to my route. Look at this for a pull out. Good thing I don't have a Cadillac. And back on the dirt road, yeah. Gravelly dirt road, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. That's what I needed, just a little good old ride, get out here and just enjoy myself. Some of this road that I got marked I'm going down, it shows it on the map as a road, but eventually there's parts of it that get real rough looking from the sky view. There's always other ways around. I do have a GPS literally on me, so it's like, we'll figure something out. Hey, it's gotta be an adventure, right? Like, it's gotta at least have some element of like, Oh yeah, gravel's getting a little thicker. They should stand up a little here. Last few times I've been on some gravel roads like this on a trip was on the FZ, which is a good bit heavier and has steeper fork angle, and the biggest problem is a 17-inch wheel. But it also has a lot of momentum and like rotational mass. I can do it. I can blast down these roads on the FZ, probably going similar speed, even maybe faster. I could probably go faster on this one too if I wanted. Yeah, there we go. It'll do it. You know, it's been a year since we did the original trip up to Oklahoma on the K Trail. Can't believe it's been that long. It almost pissed me off because I would like want to do more stuff. I want to go do more rides like that. I try to convince my brother like me and him should go back on our dual sports. Get there like the day before so we can start like that morning like at the K Trail, not like it's 1 and 2 in the afternoon because my tire kept going flat. Well, we are out here now. Oh, is this someone's private driveway? Oh, look at that thing. Woo! It probably just fell over from old age, but I'm gonna pretend because this is Oklahoma that a tornado did that. It slowly gets a little bit more like rough as we go. I love it. Dead end, private property, no trespassing. Yeah. We'll have to backtrack to some degree. I'm not seeing any other roads populated on here, so see what we can find out. I'm sure they saw me go by and they're like, where the hell's he going, you know? All right, let's see if we can find a little way around without fully backtracking all the way back to town. I don't know. We might have to go pretty far back from here. This was one of the ways I was like,
we'll see. Well, I did have to come all the way back to town. It wasn't too far or anything. Yeah, this is the town. Yo, is it like a cage for their kids to play in? Hey, look what I found. Well, this might work, or we might hit another random dead end, but this should get me back on where I was at, just past that spot. It's funny, in the scope of things, I'm thinking, oh, I got a long ways to go back to here and to there, and it's like, no, I planned this as a day trip. Like, everything is fairly close. Like, from the point where I figured out I hit a dead end to go back to town, to get over here and kind of stop and replay with the GPS is like in 30 minutes, maybe. Like, I don't even think that long. So, doing good. Ooh, that gravel just got thick out of nowhere. Look at these deer jumping over that fence. Come on, get it. Here they come. Here they come. Where are y'all gonna go? A little whitetail running. Woo! What y'all doing, deers? There they go. You see a fire truck parked randomly like that here. It's like, you might think, oh, it's just there for, you know, old decoration, but that might just be the local fire department's. They don't have a fire station. Just stays at Jim's house because they're all just some random volunteer fire department. He's got to pick people up on the way. So you got to really hope that if you're gonna have an emergency, it's between Jim's house and at least one or two other paramedics or firemen on the way. You can scoop him up on his route. Closed. Saturday, Sunday only. Man, the website doesn't say that. I wanted to come putt around here for a few hours. This is supposed to be like an ATV kind of thing. Like, it's more ATV than it is like dirt bikes and stuff, I guess. But dirt bikes are allowed here. Not to be confused with the Red River Off-Road Park in Texas. It's outside of Munster. That's way more hardcore, and we are going to go there at some point. This is something I want to go do today, though. It looks fun. Frustrating. I actually thought it'd be really cool to come here on the weekday because it would be right around without as much people out here, you know? Because, yeah, obviously playing around with a bunch of the ATVs in there would be less fun on a motorcycle. So, yeah, like, because of the website saying that they were open. Look at this place. It looks fun, doesn't it? Goes all over here too. I thought, oh, it'd be good. Let me get there when there's not a bunch of ATVs that can run me down and kill me. There's your Red River.
It's nice. Wow.
Oh, you can see some of the other trails over there. We are back in Texas. Well, here we are. Dumb old Texas. I live here. I'm allowed to talk 70 miles an hour. Do you think we can do it? It's full throttle right there in 6, and it's just struggling with this headwind. Let's see, get right on down. Let's see if we can do it. Now, if we get down under the wind, we can get a little quicker, but yeah, look at that. Just holding 72, 73. That's crazy. Speed limit's literally like 70 right here. This thing's gotta be opened up a little bit more. Look at this old cowboy over here. Yeah, give me the old point with a nod. I'm gonna get off this road. I'm gonna go this way. I don't know what all that is, but just get off that wind for a minute. There you go, much better. I'm in Boham, Texas. I think that's where I'm at. A historical town, something with the Civil War. I think they use this as like a supply place or something. Figured a good enough place to stop. Eat one of my Slim Jims that I bought. I literally bought these Slim Jims because I needed to like get cash back so I could go to the off-road park, which wasn't there. Now my car's probably compromised because it's some sketchy middle of nowhere gas station. Had one long boy. Do I eat the other one? Because when I opened up the one, I ripped the other, so now it's like it's open. And if I don't eat it, it's gonna get full of sand. Just clearly didn't have any choice. Whoa. Look at that old building. They're doing some work on that thing. It's an odd setup. Let's have the pillars up there on the second floor. The truck seems like oddly wide, doesn't it? I don't think this old dude sees me, so I want to make sure he sees me first. Look at him. See, he's all... There it goes. That's how he sees me. Thank you, sir. I knew not to pass because I was like, I didn't see him make eye contact with me. I see he's looking around, but he didn't look at me. And see, right as I was thinking about going, what did he do? He come all the way back over on the other side. If I was Fooligan, I would just have assumed he did it on purpose and would have tried to beat that old man's ass and would probably gotten shot. But I just know, I can tell, dude, that's an old dusty dude on an old dusty road, and the rules are a little different. I've noticed that this speedometer at 60 is about 2 to 3 miles an hour off. Look, I'll get it up to 60 on this one. 1 to 2, 2 to 3 off. What you doing? Are we gonna go running? Let's run! Woo! them at 10,000 pounds. This thing needs an exhaust. I think yeah, I did that wrong. Don't matter. We're dancing. Getting after it now. You do 60 miles an hour out on that road and it's boring. Doing 60 down this road, that'll wake you up a little. This bike's just dancing. It just got a little going on right now. Look at that just wiggle there. It's all good. Yo, this road just fell apart. I had to start the cameras, dude. Disappears off the map and I'm out here on this. This looks dry. Look at these ditches. I'll stay in the middle, I guess. Remember, Jake, they're dual sport tires. Can only push them so hard off road. I lost the front there. Oh. Hey, you call me? That's weird. You called me right as I crashed. All right. Yeah, no, I'm fine. It was a slow crash. I wasn't touching the brake or anything. I just lost the front coming here. That's hilarious. Like, right as I crashed, I bunked my thing and my wife was calling. That's closer to where it was. Ooh, see, look at that. My throttle's not fully returning. Oh, it wants to be that way. Well, if I can ride like that, I'll do it then, because that's letting the throttle return. By the way, this is not a random road I found. This is the local trails by my house. So I was almost home and I was like, I'm just gonna divert over here real quick. I've got some full-on trail tires at the house, but they're like non-DOT. My bars are slightly crooked. Woo, all right. When I get home, I'll jack the bike up and I'll loosen up all the clamps on the triples and the pinch bolt and the axle. Like, literally, you just gotta loosen it, and like it'll just be straight when you put it back together. Typically, it's a good conclusion. This has been a fun day. I think this was all in all pretty good. The bike's been averaging, oh god, like 65 miles to the gallon. Holy crap, that's insane. So that's obviously very good. I think the biggest thing all day I kept thinking I would like to have a little more of is a little more power. The suspension is usually my next biggest complaint. And for the most part all day it was fine. It wasn't until we hit this last little bits, you know, we were playing around here on the trails. It actually doesn't bottom a whole lot. Obviously we do need to do some work on that. The power, I just noticed, like, I mean, none of these smaller or mid-size, the smaller size dual sport engine bikes are super amazing out on the highway. We don't expect them to be. We just expect them to tolerate it. And to be fair, it does tolerate it amazingly. What I just wish though is that it had a little more to give me. Trying to like hold literally the speed limit with a headwind. Like, it's kind of crazy. We got things that we're gonna work on to improve that. You want to know something crazy? There's a longer version of this video that came out earlier. Has no ads on it, censor free, and that's over on Patreon. You can join it for just $1 a month. $1 a month, you can see the better version of this video. If you do join the Patreon, jump into the Patreon chat and talk with me. And don't be scared. You see me in the live chat, I'm in there like almost every night for at least an hour or so. Get in there and be like, Jake, you monkey poop. And I'll be like, yeah. But no, we have a good time in there. We all kind of hate each other, which is really a good sign of friendship. It's been a good ride, man. It's been a real good ride. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Hi, camera. What do you want, big dog? What?